Hi, I'm Rebekah Cancino. I'm with ONWARD, a consulting firm that bridges the gap between UX, SEO, and content. Today, we're here to talk about 3 tips for creating findable, usable content. At the end of this video, you'll be able to understand how UX and SEO can work together, how to build long-term search visibility that lasts, and how to build seamless digital experiences that people not only love, but they want to tell their friends about too. So my first tip is to think of SEO as part of UX. SEO and UX, they might seem like completely different disciplines with sometimes even competing goals, but really in the end, they share the same goal: to attract visitors to our website, to help convert them into customers, and to give them a great experience that customers not only love, but they'll want to tell their friends about. So when we think of SEO in terms of understanding someone's intent and understanding why they're here in the first place, it makes perfect sense, and we can use those insights not only to optimize our websites with metadata and markup, but to start to inform UX decisions too. So the key here, in order to have SEO and UX work together, is to bring SEO folks into design and UX conversations early on. Don't wait until the end and just optimize the end result. Make sure that you're working in lockstep from the very beginning. My second tip is to identify passive intent. So there's 2 kinds of intent that we see. There's active intent, which is someone stating the obvious, like I'm looking for a restaurant. And then there's passive intent, which is not only am I looking for a restaurant, but I'd love to know how much does the food cost there? What's the ambiance like? Are there any reviews that can tell me what to expect? And are there any other restaurants that people who like this restaurant like as well, just in case I can't make it to this one that I'm interested in? There's lots of passive and nuanced intent in the way that we think and search for things. So in order to understand passive intent, there's 2 things we can do. On the UX side, we can do simple interviews, talk to users, actually ask them what are they here for, what sort of problems are they looking to solve. What we're trying to uncover is day in the life context, not so much marketing research where we're asking people to tell us, are they very likely to do something or somewhat likely. We're really trying to understand what their day-to-day life is like and design things that fit into those situations and answer the questions that they might not have even thought to ask yet. And then on the search side of things, we can look at keywords. While active intent, those types of keywords are very easy to understand because they're obvious searches, like I mentioned before, searching for a restaurant. But passive intent is often hidden in long-tailed keyword searches. And so we have to do a little bit of digging, or what I like to call analyzing search intent. This is where we look at aggregate searches, people using keywords, and we're trying to see what sort of modifiers are they adding to those restaurant searches, what sort of hidden questions or needs are buried within all of that information. And in using that data, we can then back up some of the insights that we found in our casual interviews or in our co-design working sessions with our customers. In order to do some of this keyword research, there's a great tool that you can use for free. It's called keywordtool.io. And this works very similarly to where you would go to Google and type in a search word, and you realize as you start putting in that first keyword term, all of a sudden all of these other modifiers or suggested searches come up right after that. That's because there's a lot of people who are searching for searches just like that, using that kind of modifiers and those types of language. The keywordtool.io, it helps you access all of that information quickly and efficiently to discover not only people's active intent, but their passive intent too. And my third tip is to optimize the entire journey. In order to understand someone's journey, it's helpful to map out step by step what the process looks like and what a customer goes through from the time that they're considering that they have this problem or this need that they need to solve. And then there's a time that they discover your brand or organization as a possible solution to that problem or answer to that need. There's a vetting process that they go through. And if they vet your company and decide it's a good fit, there's a conversion. After the conversion, there's a step that involves, well, what does that post-purchase or post-conversion experience look like? In order to apply the best UX and SEO optimization at the moments that matter most, it's helpful to map out each one of those steps and consider, well, what questions do they have along this point in the journey? What information might they need? What step might they take next? And how can I help them get to that step easily and with the least amount of friction possible? And finally, when it comes to optimizing our customer journey or that experience, it's helpful to go beyond just giving them the answers to what they tell us they want, but to really start answering the questions and providing the information for things they haven't even thought to ask us yet. And we're doing that not only at an SEO point or when someone is interacting with the front end of our website, but we're thinking about applying those same insights that we've used for SEO and that we've used to inform our user experience design to every touch point within that experience. And providing a seamless experience like that takes blending disciplines that are more than just UX and SEO. It takes bringing together design and development and working with your stakeholders and marketing team too. So those are my top 3 tips to consider when creating findable and usable content that matters. Thanks so much.